Hello YouTube, family, friends, and subscribers. Got a little further today on the chicken coop. Not a whole lot, but it's sure going to make it easier to work on the coop now. All the doors and the jambs are made and sealed up in the shop. And my dad had prefabbed the stair horses with the post on it on the layout table in the shop, and he just brought it over and we set it there and nailed it on and sealed it. Put some water sealer on it, and then it started raining on it, of course. But it's got a little rail, and I know I can walk up and down those steps with a dozen eggs. Looks like I'll grade a little bit here and take the dirt down here and put a little rock out here. So that's a little closer. It'll be easier to go in now and hang the doors. It's getting hard to step up there. So that's an update. Another friend called this morning and said he was doing a job and they had a whole bunch of extra chicken wire. And how much did I need? And he thought he could buy the overrun that they had from that job for next to nothing or maybe even free. So I told him I thought I wanted the pen, what do you call that? The chicken run to be about 30 feet long. So it'll go down from here in the corner of the building out that way 30 feet, and then turn the corner and come back over there, and then have a roof too. Now he's 4 miles from here as a crow flies, and he doesn't have any trouble with predator birds because his chicken run has got his orchard trees, well-established orchard trees. And the chickens roost in the branches and they don't hurt a thing. And they're all apple trees. And so he said that a predator bird, they won't land in an open pen because when they have something in their mouth, like a rabbit or another chicken, they need some distance in order to take to flight. And he read that somewhere, so he never put a roof, chicken wire on the top of his pen. But we had ducks here before at our pond, and the bald eagles killed all 6 of them in 1 week. And when those bald eagles hit a duck, it's just like an explosion. You'd go down there and there'd be a ring of feathers about 10 feet in diameter, and no duck. And they come right out of the sun. I've seen them doing it, trying to get the goslings. But the goslings are really safe because the adult Canadian geese somehow managed to see the bald eagles coming at the last second, and they stand up and they flap their wings and make their wings really wide, and they stand in front of the goslings, and at the last second you'll see the bald eagles veer off. I've seen it many times down there and never have seen a bald eagle get the goslings. So I don't know what'll happen here if I don't put a roof on it. I don't want to take a risk of the hawks and the eagles coming in and maybe killing something, and then they go, oh, I can't take off from here, and try to get out with, nothing for their effort. It seems to me maybe putting a roof, some kind of a wire on the top, is going to be really beneficial. But again, it's more money and a lot more work. So we'll see. I've got a steep learning curve this week. Found out that alternator, I was going to change the voltage regulator, and I went down to talk to a guy that does some custom builds, and I said, here, just go ahead and ring the whole thing out. Maybe I'm missing something. And the resistance was really, really high on the rotor. So I'd burnt the rotor up too. So now it's an $80 fix rather than a $20 fix. So lesson learned. He did say if I make those changes that we talked about in a previous video, that my concept is fine and that alternator should handle the load, what I'm trying to do with it, just fine. I'll make another video when it's done, and then I'll explain why using a alternator and converting it to DC is so much more efficient than charging your batteries through an inverter charger if you don't have a power factor corrected charger. I'll explain all that. It's going to be important for those of you that are moving off grid to know this stuff. So I'm going to try to have a breakdown for you of what it actually costs to make power and put it in your batteries per kilowatt hour. Most folks say it's about $2.50 by the end of the day. I've been making it for less than that, but I want to be able to tell you exactly how much I'm making it for. Anyway, have a very, very blessed day.